AITA for expecting my wife to share her secret inheritance.
I'm a 33M. Been married 4 years to my wife, 31F. She's smart, organized, steady, the kind of person who color codes a calendar. I'm not perfect, but I work hard, pay my share, and try to keep life fun. I'll admit I'm not a financial genius. In my 20s, I financed a car project that tanked. During lockdown, I messed with stock options after a podcast hyped easy money. I lost some, nothing catastrophic, but it stuck in her mind. We agreed on rules: joint account for bills, equal contributions, and a no big purchases over $500 without talking rule. It worked, until recently. Earlier this year, I discovered something that feels like betrayal. A thick envelope came to the house, tax forms. I opened it like always, and saw her maiden name and a dividend statement. When she got home, she admitted she'd inherited money from her grandma last year. Not a little, hundreds of thousands. And she never told me. She'd kept it in a brokerage account, separate, hidden for over 12 months. She said inheritance is legally separate property if she doesn't mix it. She said she wanted therapy and a lawyer before sharing the number. To me, marriage is supposed to be complete transparency. I would never keep that kind of secret. She says it's about safety and planning, but all I hear is she doesn't trust me. I've paid overdrafts before, sure, but I've never stolen from her. Finding out like this made me feel like a roommate, not a husband. I tried to stay calm. I asked how much. She refused to say, just that it was life-changing. I asked to see the account. She said later, after meeting with her CPA. I reminded her marriage isn't a corporation. She isn't CFO, and I'm not some intern. She countered that Grandma literally wrote in her will, keep something that can't be taken. She said blurting a number would derail us. I said hiding it already had. The following week was miserable. She answered every question like a lawyer. If I asked whether she planned to use it, she'd list repairs, maternity leave, travel, but with no details. She called my concerns patterns and said my spending history proves I'd waste it. That hurt. I'm not reckless all the time. I've kept us afloat too. Yes, I dreamed once about investing in a friend's brewery, but I didn't actually put money in. She acts like my imagination is proof of guilt. I sent her articles about financial infidelity. She dismissed them. She offered redacted statements and timelines. Redacted, that's not partnership, that's courtroom prep. At night, she looked at spreadsheets while I lay awake wondering if my wife secretly sees me as a liability. Every conversation ended with her saying, not yet. It felt less like a marriage and more like she was managing me. The fight blew up after beers with friends. I vented to them, and one said, dude, hiding $500,000 is worse than a credit card secret. I came home and told her Reddit agrees. I asked again, why can't we use this money to pay off my truck, lower stress, and maybe fund something fun? She shut it down instantly. No truck, no investments, maybe a little for house stuff later. She called my ideas burning the future. I heard, you're a child, I'll decide. I'll admit I lost it. I told her marriage is partnership, not permission slips. She snapped back that I treat partnership like a blank check. We went to bed furious. Next morning, her lawyer had already advised her to move her paycheck elsewhere for clarity. That felt like the opposite of clarity. My family got involved. My sister asked why she doesn't trust her own. My mom left a voicemail reminding her, in this family we share. Friends teased me about being married to Scrooge McDuck. Was it messy? Yes. But I honestly felt validated, like maybe I'm not crazy for thinking this is wrong. My wife, though, doubled down. She said stability matters more than my feelings. Do you know how awful it is to hear the person you love basically say your opinion doesn't count? She swears she isn't hoarding forever. She showed me a 5-year plan. Roofs, air conditioning, maternity leave, mortgage payments, some trip. It looked more like a business budget than a marriage. I told her it felt cold, transactional. She said trust is patterns, and my pattern is spending. I said her pattern is secrecy. Our therapist tried to help, reframing it as safety versus autonomy, but I felt ganged up on. She wanted us to write rules, even a postnup. A postnup. Isn't that what people do before divorce? I skipped one therapy session. Yeah, not proud, but I was tired of being treated like a student. Instead, I sent her a Zillow link to a dream lake house, just trying to remind her life can be fun too. She ignored it. Things got uglier. I stupidly sent a screenshot of her spreadsheet to our group chat. I captioned it, guess I'm unlovable unless I'm unspendable. People piled on with jokes. She was humiliated. She told me if I ever weaponized her money again, she'd separate everything. I felt awful. I apologized sincerely, but the damage was done. She moved her paycheck to her own account. My heart sank. That's not marriage, that's roommates with paperwork. She still refuses to give me the number. Ranges, summaries, redacted growth charts, but never the truth. She says once she tells me, I'll treat it like a scoreboard. Maybe she's right, I don't know. But not telling me hurts worse. It feels like she's already decided I'll fail. She says her lawyer told her to protect it. She says Grandma wanted her to keep a key away from anyone. Does that include me, her husband? Therapy now feels like a negotiation, not healing. She pushes rules, both signatures for any withdrawal, cooling off periods, and dream caps. I push for trust. Just tell me the number and stop treating me like a child. We circle, no progress. Her compromises feel legalistic, not loving. She says that's the point, protecting us from ourselves. I say marriage is about faith, not contracts. She says faith without structure is chaos. We go in circles until we're both exhausted. I keep thinking, if she can hide this, what else could she hide? I love her. I love her, but Dunti, I want kids with her. But right now, I feel like I married someone who thinks I'm dangerous. So Reddit, am I wrong to feel betrayed? She claims it's about safety, but to me, safety means openness. She kept the secret vault for a whole year, then acted like I was the bad guy for asking. I might not be great with money, but I'm not a criminal. I've worked, I've paid bills, I've dreamed big, yes, but isn't that allowed? Marriage should be about sharing. Instead, I get legal jargon and postnups. When I protested, she said I was turning it into a power struggle. Maybe I am, but I didn't sign up to be managed. I wanted a partner who believes in me. Now I feel like a liability with a wedding ring. She calls it patterns. I call it love being conditional. If I can't meet her financial standards, does that mean I don't deserve the truth? I keep hearing her words. Not yet. Always. Not yet. At what point does not yet mean never? So AITA, for believing a marriage should mean full disclosure, even about inheritance? Or is she right that protecting money matters more than protecting my feelings? Update. We kept therapy. She finally agreed to meet with a financial planner together. He backed her up. Inheritances vanished without rules. Hearing it from him stung. We drafted a postnup, her inheritance ring fenced, any withdrawal needing both signatures and a waiting period. Our budget was redone to function on salaries only. She offered some dividends monthly to shared goals. At first I refused, felt cold, clinical. She told me I had three choices: sign the postnup and build together, refuse and she'd separate finances completely, or keep fighting until she left. That scared me. I don't want to lose her. I asked for one compromise, a small yearly dreams fund for each of us. She agreed, 3 each. We signed the postnup yesterday. She finally told me the exact number after the ink was dry. I cried, then laughed, then panicked a little. It's huge, bigger than I imagined. Part of me is relieved she protected it. Maybe she saved us both from ourselves. But another part still hurts that she didn't trust me from the start. Right now, we're not perfect, but we're still together. I just hope someday she'll see me as a partner, not a liability.